A Waco man facing charges for stealing things from apartment tenants he worked for. Now, he used his job to walk into apartments, take valuables, and pawn them. Tonight, a victim sharing her story. Fox 44's Renee Summerer joins us live now from the control room. Now, Renee, this woman understandably shaken up. What kind of rights do they have in these kind of situations?
Yeah, Leslie, attorney Ross Russell has some good information about the rights that renters have. But first we talked to Mackenzie Cole. She says that she had jewelry stolen from this man. But what really makes this story creepy is she says that he tried to befriend her on Facebook before this whole thing happened. Mackenzie Cole was coming home from work and noticed items in her apartment were out of place.
I noticed my purse. I always just lay it on the counter above my dog's kennel, and it had been moved over on top of my Yeti cooler. I was like, that's really weird.
She lived in a Baylor apartment complex off campus, not shown in this video, but as she was getting ready to go out for dinner, she realized her emerald diamond ring was gone.
Could not find it. I looked for 8 hours for that ring. Finally, I just came to the conclusion. I was like, this isn't right. This ring is gone.
She is just one out of 4 victims whose apartments were burglarized by Patrick Patterson. Pretending to be a maintenance man, he moved from complex to complex, entering apartments, stealing cash and jewelry.
I went the next morning to the office, the front office, and I was like, hey, I want to request a audit lock history.
And after her own investigation,
actually a week later, I finally got the lock history from it. And at the exact time frame when I had been gone, he had been in my apartment. I think it's really important to consider the fact that in a big apartment complex like that, every employee there will have a master key.
Patterson has been charged with multiple counts of burglary of a habitation. Now, just to be clear, Leslie, the apartment you saw in the video was not the apartment she was living at the time, but it is another apartment to which he was burglarizing apartments. Now, another thing Mackenzie said that was important is when she contacted police, they found out that he had a criminal record before being hired at the apartment where her stuff was stolen. She also says she came face to face with Patterson as he went there to help with something else right before she broke her lease. He was still working at that apartment complex. She said he wasn't fired until about 2 weeks later. Now, coming up at 9:30, we talked to that attorney, that civil law attorney, about those rights that renters have. Live in the control room, Renee Summerer, Fox 44 News.